welcome to Roads of Ruin. My name is Kylie, and I am the, I almost said with my whole heart my full title for the job that I work at.
Doxing yourself.
100%. It's fine. You know, it's been a long day when you do that kind of thing. Let's restart. I'm Kylie. I'm your DM for the evening. This is Roads of Ruin on Hard Knock Dice, and the lovely people that you see to a side of me are my very good friends and your heroes for the evening. So, before we get started, there's going to be a link dropped in the chat for the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta through Extra Life. So please, if you have it in your hearts, open up your heart wallets to help a kid out and be the hero that these folks are supposed to be. Who's to say? Propaganda. Propaganda. Anyways, let's do a quick recap before we jump into the game. So last week, our heroes went out to the Carrefour, which is a crossroads. The tales from the stories from their history, to see if they could find anything related to Aurora and all of the wonky stuff that they've been dealing with the last couple of days. And although they didn't find anything physical, some magical shit happened, and when they all read each stanza of the poem that was written in a puzzle box, some magic shit happened, and they heard that pieces are missing, and they need to save the world. So it confirmed again that they have to save the world. They came back to interact with Hannah some more and the rest of the lighthouse, and we learned some more things about the Six and Hannah and that kind of thing. The big thing that made everybody upset, well, not everybody, there's a couple people who understand the game, they had to do an interview, and they all rolled pretty good, with the exception of Mira, but Mira has a niche, and she's gonna embrace that niche. And that is roughly where we're gonna start, about 3 days after that interview. So we're going to start. It's fine. I have my notes and everything. So you hear not just your alarm for you all to go out and do your patrols, the ones that I described to you in session 0.5. You also hear that wonderful voice of Cassandra Drew providing the updated social status for everybody. And maybe for some of you, you actually care about what she's saying. For others, you just mute it and go on with your day. Because you can actually do that. But you start sort of, you've gotten through sort of the honeymoon phase. It's been more than a month of all of you being on the isla, in the lighthouse, and so now that they've given you some more freedom, so you no longer are reliant on your mentor to take you out to your beat, basically, and you have more time to do research and practice and do the things that you want to do. So this might seem a little early but we are going to do some time skip type things. So my heroes here have decided on their courses of action, and we're going to go through what those things are. And so let's this first week, everybody describe what you want to do. If it is something that you've already rolled for, describe what that is, and we can do a little bit of RP if that is what's needed. Otherwise, we'll keep on rolling. So week 1 of this sort of time skip situation.
Why are you making that face, Jones? Like,
Are we? Are we going through what we did over this time skip?
You
Okay.
he said, I did crime.
May I posit
I
a
don't
suggestion?
trust him.
What does that mean?
May I put in a suggestion?
Suggestion box closed.
No.
Take it back.
Denied.
Can we roll initiative so we know who goes in what order?
yeah, if we want to make it equitable, go ahead, everybody roll initiative for this deal.
My dice are doing something tonight.
Oh, D&D machine broke. 1 second.
2.
2.
That's for all the crime you did.
I did no crime.
Did you not?
14.
I'll believe you.
14
What's your
for
dex?
Kevin.
Diplomatic immunity.
I also got a 14.
Should we do this the standard way? Should we go high to low?
13 with modifier.
Okay.
Oh, if we're adding modifier, 4.
If we're adding modifier, 19.
19. Okay.
Also 19.
Okay.
20 is my dexterity.
Okay.
20 with your dex?
No. I got a 14. But that's the same as Kevin.
Oh.
My dexterity is 20.
Kevin has a 22 dex, so
Hell
I
yeah.
happen to know.
Wrong character.
Basically,
Yeah.
a crunchy
Minus
hippie
12,
monk. I don't
so-
need to be dexterous.
Amazing. All right. So, I guess out of Emmett or Ronan, who has the higher dex?
18.
14.
Oh,
Okay. So the
I only need
order
14 dex for medium armor.
the order is Emmett, Ronan, Anastasia, Kevin, Mira, Nico.
Ah!
Okay.
Okay, well, I would say probably one of the things that Emmett would like to have gotten done first was try to reach out to the team to get some training done, and see if we can all figure out some ways to work together. And some members of the team.
Can we go through those phone calls? Like, can we go through how those phone calls
Yes,
go?
please. Let's do those.
Yeah, we can definitely. There are some of these roles and conversations that can be done.
Sure.
So yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You know what? We'll roll to see who we call first. Mira.
All right.
So yeah, I guess I'll ring you up on what are our little sending stone messengers. Oh.
We're still here.
So, I understand that we're going to have to be going through a lot of dangerous things in the future, and I didn't know if you wanted to perhaps get a training regimen together so that we could all work together, hone our skills, and work as a more cohesive fighting unit.
I think that would be best.
Awesome. Okay. I will message you when a time will be best for us to all convene, and we can work the details out later.
Excellent. Perfect.
We'll go next. Ronan. Apparently it's going right through the ring, ring, ring.
I'm trying to decide whether it even picks up.
He just never answers. It's just it's just like, oh, that's Emmett. I'm not answering for weeks.
You two meet in the hallway, and you just, hey, I called you.
This man's an artificer. If his phone doesn't work, that would be ridiculous.
Oh, the
I know he's
phone
more.
works.
I know. I would know that he would be more than capable of preparing such a thing. That he is definitely ignoring.
There are probably several times where just the phone does not get answered. There's several, and the voicemail is nothing but several moments of silence, and then the clear sound of the phone being hung up.
Gotcha.
Before,
Okay.
I guess, eventually. God damn it, which one?
So we're going to be having to save the world, and I feel like it would be much better if we all work together as a team properly, knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses, so that we could be a solid unit to fight whatever it is we're going to have to be going up against. So I was going to try and get some training situations going for all of us working together.
Several more beats of silence. I'll send you a list if you want. I got better things to do. Hang up.
Okay. All right. Dang. All right. Nicodemus is next. Ring.
Nicodemus.
Hey, it's Emmett. I was getting a few of the members together from our squad to see if we couldn't join in together, maybe do some training to work as a team a little bit better. Figure out everyone's strengths and weaknesses so that we can work as the best unit to try and save the world for whatever's coming.
Doc, if I need to train to pick up your fragile old body off the battlefield, I'll go to the gym. Thanks.
Fair enough. Next we have, well, it's on between Anastasia. Ring.
Oh, the handsome doctor is calling me. How can I help you today?
Good evening. So I was wanting to get some training together for the team. Some members have wanted to join, some haven't. But just so we could work together and focus up on our strengths and weaknesses, and have a more cohesive fighting front against whatever we're going to have to be facing to save the world. That type kind of thing. I didn't know if you would be interested.
Of course.
Awesome.
I love training exercises.
Okay. I'll give you the details of that soon.
I will be sure to be there on time.
Amazing. And then, last but not least, Kevin. Ring.
What's up?
Hi, it's Emmett. I was getting some of the members together to do some training so that we could kind of work together and shore up some of our weaknesses, play to our strengths in the battles as a cohesive unit for whatever we're going to be facing in our saving of the world. Didn't know if you wanted to join in with us.
Sure. I just need to know, when do you want to do this? Because I've, made plans. I've booked some tours. I've got, I'm doing some walking tours. I don't know if you've heard about, the duck boat thing where you can, get on the duck and it takes you down the stream. And then anyway, I already bought tickets. So definitely in, just depending on the timing.
How about you send me your schedule and I'll work it out with everyone else so that we can find a time.
Sure. All right. I'll do that.
All right.
Hey. Can we find somewhere with sun? Because, dude, it is so freaking gloomy.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it in the training rooms here. We can get publicity from doing it. Yeah.
Even better. Cool. All right. I'll send it to you.
All right. Thank you.
Amazing.
Why your phone sound like that?
I was just getting out of the shower.
He's an old man. It's just earwax.
Oh.
Wait, is Emmett striding around in front of the cameras in a towel?
I assume he was in his room or something.
He's trying to get the middle-aged population, the thirst population from the grandmas. They're all
grandmas.
Goodness gracious.
Look,
well, yeah,
find a
'cause for
target
them, he'd be
demographic.
the hot young thing, right?
Find a target demographics and stick with it.
Are there fewer daddy issues in Amica than
Yeah, more.
before the apocalypse?
Who's to say?
Oh no. Oh my goodness.
I feel like the audience response to the good doctor will tell us all we need to know.
All right, Ronan, you're up next, friend.
Training hard. I think the activity I would have started off with was doing some investigation around the lighthouse, searching for any like devices or magical bypasses on the wards and magical barriers preventing scrying and similar magics from functioning there within.
Yeah. And so I've already rolled, or we've already had that conversation. So as you were discovering the information that I sent to you, what are you telling and who are you telling?
This is information. This I'm not going to keep to myself. This is important. I would probably, how would I go about it? I'd be a little secret squirrel. I'd probably use carry on to pass messages. Like,
okay.
I'd make a point of like, I'd spend at least like while I was doing this searching out, I would make a point of having carry on be like out and wandering, and use that for carry on to drop like little folded up. I mean, I'm an artificer, so magic, so little what are they? The artificer feature that lets you imbue an object with sound that would replay, and I would have that drop off like a little. It'd basically be a little like a piece of scrap metal that was imbued with the auditory message of communicating. That do you just want me to say it since it's being passed out to everybody?
Yeah.
That there are the wards around. Around the doors towards the recreation hall have been tampered with, which allows audio to be recorded from within the recreation room. The more, and that's, while that is concerning from a spying perspective, more alarmingly, the wards that prevent teleportation and scrying on the lighthouse itself directly have also been tampered with. So they are non-functional, and this happened not any time recently. It has been this way. It's very clearly like been not new, not fresh. It's communicated in much more of a don't say nothing you shouldn't in there in the recreation room. People found ways to hear what's in there, and people can watch the island from afar as well as teleport in and out of it, it seemed like.
Anastasia will write back. Room secure? Question mark.
Are you giving my lizard a message to carry? Lizard does its best impersonation of a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
I'll have made a point to be within 120 feet of the lizard when it was delivering this information, so that I could look through its eyes and give it mental command to go.
The pod just goes
big. God.
You can throw your neck out. You're okay.
Anastasia.
That was information was coming out at the end of the week, I suppose.
Yep.
Anastasia, at some point during the week, will pull the party to her room, and she will be sure to have Nicodemus as the last person in like the order of coming into the room. As you enter the room, it is a airlock system where you enter in, and there's another door that is shut in front of you, so you can't see into the room. Anastasia kind of holds the door behind her and puts her hand on or finger on Nicodemus's chest, goes, I'm about to get real fucking vulnerable in there. I'm about to be talking about emotional shit, and I swear to God, you fuck this up for me, I'm gonna kill you.
Are we all in the airlock? Is that where this
Yeah,
is?
you're
like,
all in
everybody's
there.
crowded
No.
into this little
No,
in
you all are
between.
in the airlock.
Can you open the damn door?
Oh, I'm so sorry. One minute.
Are you directing that towards Nicodemus or to all of us?
I'm directing that to Nicodemus.
Okay.
Doctor,
And she'll
get your
say-
elbow out my ribs.
You've made your attempt to try to sway them. Allow me to make mine. You can come in if you'd like. Do not fuck this up for me. And then she'll open the door and go in. I'm so sorry, everyone.
The hell you want?
Is Nicodemus going to join us?
Sure. He's
So
just confused at this point. You've confused him enough to walk in.
once the outer door is shut, she'll open up the inside of her door, and for the first time, you will see Anastasia's room, which is what you would assume Anastasia's room would typically look like. Lot of makeup over in a corner with a makeup desk, a beautiful bed that has kind of the, I don't know what you call it, drapery over the top. And everything's very modern, very fashionable. You could see it in a magazine, but there is no soul. There's no warmth. It is cold. It is in the way of being perfect for a magazine, in the way that you can tell nobody lives there. And once Anastasia has seen that, all of you have seen that, she'll usher everybody back into the airlock system and say, I'm so sorry, I have one thing that I need to fix. And if anybody cares to notice or has particularly good perception check, she slips her right hand underneath the panel as she's pressing the button to reopen the door. And as the door opens back up, it is completely different. For anybody that is magically inclined or has any relation with magical creatures like goblins, you will know that this is a goblin home. And Anastasia will usher everybody in, and the home is entirely different than what you had just seen. It is dirty, it is lived in, it is warm, there's a fire in the fireplace, there's notes, handwritten notes on the walls, there's marks of height. You can tell that the people that live there care about each other and love each other. This is the home of my childhood friend. I spent a lot of time here when I was a kid. I didn't spend a lot of time at my home because it was not really a home. Everything that I did, I had to be the best at. If I wanted an ounce of my parents' affection, I had to be the best. When was the first time that you can remember your parents smiling at you? And this is a question to all of you.
Just ever? Whenever you remember your parents first smiling at you?
Yes.
Very early memories of good reports on educational cards, I think.
I mean, that was just part of my grandmother. It's just how she is.
I'm sure Mira, your parents, seems normal for them to smile at you.
Yeah. I don't remember the first time they smiled at me, but I remember being a baby and having lots of smiling faces looking down at me. Some of them were wrinkled. 2 of them belonged to my parents. But there were lots of them, and they were all smiling.
I don't know much about you, Ronan.
I'm assuming you got a point to make here. So
I do.
make.
I was 6. It was the first time my parents smiled at me that I can remember. It was another 3 years before I saw them smile at me again. I could not go back to being with them. It is why I have done all of the things that I have done to get me to this point, to earn security in what my future will be. I respect that all of you come from different areas, but I will not let any of you fuck this up for me. Nicodemus and I have agreements, and again, I understand that you all come from different areas, but understand that not caring fucks me and my future possibilities.
Logic simple. If we save the world, you'll be famous and want for nothing. Do your best, and that's all you can be asked upon to do.
Heroes don't always receive recognition, and often they end up dead.
I don't think you joined the cavalry because you wanted a nice, safe lifestyle for yourself. If any one of us has to die to save the world, then we'll die.
Start us off, Doc.
That can be your decision. I am asking you to try. And I don't need a decision. But that is my only ask. I know Nicodemus has attempted to talk to you about this before.
Keep your nose out of my business. I'll keep mine out of yours. And Ronan's going to walk out. If all this is a plea to try harder than for the public, then he doesn't care.
No, it's to try for the social credits, essentially.
Right. So try harder for the public. Yeah. Like I said. Walks out.
So Kevin will look around the room, and I'm just curious. Does she see the cactus anywhere?
Oh, yeah. In the first room, you didn't. But it is next to a bundle of letters from her friend.
She'll just pick it up and put it down. Just look at you. I make you look good by comparison.
I'm not too terribly good with plants, but I will try my best to keep it alive. And I appreciate all of you and your time and not, I don't know, laughing. I need to go get my guns ready or something like that. And obviously bullshit excuse, and she leaves.
Room?
Wait, this is your room. Okay.
Nicodemus stands up and just leaves.
I feel like our numbers are pretty good. We're pretty popular, so I guess just keep up the good work.
You hear Nicodemus punch a wall when you say we're pretty popular. You just out in the hall like a portrait of someone breaks. God damn it.
Yeah, I'll Emmett will probably chase at, or not chase after, but follow after to where Anastasia might have fled off to.
She like went to, I don't know, some type of communal room, but she's incredibly flustered and incredibly red.
Are we allowed to perform spells in our rooms?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to perform spells in other people's rooms?
I don't see why not. They're all basically identical.
Okay. This is a temporary spell, but I think Mira will, because I'm assuming it's kind of like the interior of like a burrow. Like there's lots of earth in this room is kind of like dug out of the ground, kind of.
It is like a trying to think of a better word than trashy, but like a hobbit home
Yeah,
that
hobbit.
is
Hold on. Let's not
More-
mention Hobbit home and trash heap in the same sentence.
I mean it's
Same
all
thing.
about
To
It's
be
goblins.
fair, law of averages, you've seen some of them hobbits in the Lord of the Rings movies. They probably had some real nice, nasty ass hobbit holes.
all holes are like bag end. That is
so it's been
obviously.
gobbified.
It's been gobbified. Okay. Well, Mira is going to cast Mold Earth to make it a little temporary, very unobtrusive, little tiny moose shape by the fire. And it's only going to last for a little while, but it should still be there by the time Anastasia gets back.
So she's fake chopping something, fake busy work.
There.
When the doctor finds her.
So, sorry if that was really uncomfortable for you.
Yeah, incredibly awkward. Yeah.
Sure, absolutely, it was incredibly awkward. I wouldn't lie to you. That was very strange. But we're all here. You've already made it. You don't have to worry about these numbers. We got a mission better than whatever you're chasing.
I mean, I have 9 years to make it, or I go home and return to what I had been dealing with. So I appreciate my parents' dedication to my success and the work ethic that they had provided me with and the skills they've given me, but I will never go back to them.
Okay, don't go back. You're more than sufficient to live on your own.
Where I
guess-
come,
My question is there something compelling you to return? Why would you
Mm.
have to come back to them?
where I come from, there's not a lot of money,
Okay.
and she'll pull you into like one of the more secure areas, especially after what Ronan said. I did not come from one of the cities, which is what her Anastasia's back story you had been told was. She came from the city. She was one of the rich families. She had all the tutelage that a socialite would have. Where we came from, the earth is poisoned. You're lucky if you make it out without some type of defect, growth. Those are the good areas. You can either go to our more dangerous areas and maybe possibly make it as a farmer, or
So
you
you-
go to where I came from.
So your mission is to become wealthy enough so that you never have to go back and help those people.
I want to help those people.
Okay.
I do not want to go back to my community. I will happily help the people in my community. I will not go back to the judgment and the goals and the unrealistic expectations that I would put under through my entire childhood.
If
Even
if your parents are so terrible, then completely ignore them. I don't understand how they hold so much sway over you.
they hold sway over me in that they are who I knew. They knew everybody I know. The choice is completely start my life over or have some security, have money, and forge my own life.
It sounds like your parents won't bother you. I don't think they will.
Maybe, maybe not. It's something I'm going to guarantee does not happen.
I don't think they will.
Doctor, even my voice is false. This is the dedication that I have had to put to get my goals.
Or where are your parents currently at? And where is your home?
They're in West Baghdad.
Okay. What are their names? Oh, sorry.
You know, there's something I probably should have came up with. Peter and Mila.
And they seem more well off than maybe others in your community to hold such sway.
I mean, in a community where a couple silver is affluential. Yes.
Do they share the same surname as you?
Yes.
Okay.
Not this surname.
What's her name?
Why?
Why, if I would want to know their names, if they're going to affect you so,
Why?
to make sure that they don't bother you.
Jackal.
Okay.
And again, red face leaves.
All right. Kevin.
Hey. No, I will say, Anastasia, whenever you go back to your room, you would find there's a little note propped up next to the cactus that just says, "I need sun, not so much water." But no, so Kevin, like, she's not been in a city, right? Like, since she was small, she's lived out in the desert. So, and she's definitely never been to the Isles. So she's like signing up for all the touristy, the walking tours and the duck tours and all the kinds of stuff. So, she'll just be wandering around, and she's never been somewhere with like these kinds of, like, I'm assuming there's like museums and parks and things like that. So well, in her spare time, she's going on these like pub crawls and, spending the day wandering around in parks and all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's just random. It's just as random as that, right? One day might be a like high museum of art, and the next day is a pub crawl, and that ends in a biker bar with a bunch of like Harley type dudes throwing darts kind of thing. So
I love that. So do you think that Kevin would be interacting with, like, if people saw you and went, "You're Kevin, like, please can you sign my, like, autograph book," like, would you be doing that kind of interaction, or would you be trying to be more incognito?
she doesn't have the wherewithal for incognito. Like, she's just dressed like she dressed every day, pair of jeans, her like bird shirt. So, you know, she's not going to go out of her way to get attention. You know, but she, you know, if somebody recognizes her, she'd be like, "Sure, what's up, kid?" You know.
Yeah.
So she's very low key.
I would love for you to roll a social interaction roll. It's just a straight D20,
Okay.
and tell me what you get.
It is a 16.
A 16. That's super great.
Yeah.
So you, with a 16, you maintain your current fans and earn some stats. So you get to add 1 social status point.
Yay! Heck yeah!
And so, yeah, I think that your enthusiasm and interest in the Isla is pretty evident. You're, like you said, you're going to pub crawls, you're going to cafes, like you're spending time with, like, the people, like in the pubs, in the sort of towny bars, like that kind of thing, and you're making a positive impression on the people.
Awesome. Yay! Thank you.
Yeah. Mira, what you doing?
Hello.
What's Mira doing
So-
this first week?
This first week, Mira obviously has a bunch of like knitting materials because Mira has spent a lot of time with the elders and probably built enough of a relationship with them that she may or may not be able to borrow from their stash. I would hope that she does. So she is going to crochet, like a 3D crochet, a little moose made out of kivyat. And she's going to tie a little piece of paper to it and write to Anastasia, and then from a friend, and then leave it at Anastasia's door. So that's going to be one of the things that Mira does.
I love that. Go ahead, roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, Arcana.
Yes.
Hello. Interesting. $13 plus 2, so 15.
A 15?
Mhm.
As you are making this with intention, and in Antio, intention is everything. And so you imbue it with a little bit of magic. And I don't know if Mira has calm emotions, but you put a little bit of calm emotions into this little moose. And so, Anastasia, when you get this, this is once a day you can hug this little moose and it'll cast calm emotions.
That's awesome.
1% chance that will explode.
That's the
So-
risk you take with Arcana.
Yeah.
No, that's just
Oh.
because the pipe bomb that Ronan put in it.
Goodness gracious. And then
It's triggered
Nick-
by happy feelings.
goodness gracious.
Teach you to share with your friends.
Nicodemus, I know the things that we talked about are a sort of a different bent. What would you like to be doing publicly during these 3 weeks?
Yeah. As far as some stuff that I would be doing, I would be going on a few more, like Nicodemus would probably be working a few doubles, and by a few I mean a lot. Mostly on things that that Hannah Fox needs. So if she's got certain paths or anything that she needs patrolled more heavily, or some shipments coming in that need protecting or something, Nicodemus would put his hat in the ring to take over those jobs. So he'd be working pretty heavily to do that sort of stuff. And then I think one other thing that I would be doing is to ensure that there were some shipments coming in and going out of here. And so Nicodemus may be leaving the Isla for, part of these 3 weeks to like secure safe passage for these items going to Nevda. These like shield components and things like that.
Yeah. I think that when and this is a little wibbly wobbly because this is definitely like over the course of 3 weeks, and so like at the end of that second week, Hannah's like, Nicodemus, I'm sure that the shipment will get out to that community. I do this fairly regularly, but I appreciate it.
Trying to make sure things work out.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, those communities aren't as safe as the Isla. They have to deal with pests more often than we do here.
Been made aware. Just trying to do my part. Hope it helps.
It does. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
And she like taps you on the shoulder, not like she's very like reserved, and so the fact that she's like tapped you on the shoulder in like a thanks, like that's the first time you've seen her like touch anybody in any capacity, because she's usually just very like rigid.
Right. You let me know if you need anything else. Here to serve.
Yeah. Sounds good, soldier. And she like dismisses you to do whatever you were doing. Wrote back to week 2. We'll go back to the top of the initiative. Emmett.
All right, week 2. So I had a quick question. I'll go with this next one. I was going to do a little bit of research on our OG6. And you divulged some of that information with me, so I would share that info with the group maybe whenever we had our next get together.
Yeah, so I think that like you had like, it wasn't an all call, but it was like a smaller incursion that required like your whole cohort out on the edge of Nevta, pretty close to the Isla, and the goodness gracious, and it was like a herd of minotaurs. There was like 4 of them, and you guys were like easily dispatched them with all the stuff that you have, and so you're in a jeep. Nicodemus is driving again. Because he's the only, unless Mira has, do druids have land vehicle proficiency? Somebody mentioned that the last time.
In your character sheet on D&D Beyond, it would say on the left-hand side at the where it says tools.
I am not.
Yeah, no, it's okay. If Mira isn't, then my assumption is that Nicodemus is driving. So
Yeah,
the 6 of you are.
I have an herbalism kit and an instrument. So if you want some
Hell yeah.
entertainment,
I'm proficient in the pan flute.
Hey,
Oh, shit.
I'm proficient in viol. We can start a band.
Yeah, there you go.
Amazing. So then, yeah, Emmett, you have a captive audience in a vehicle driving back to the Isla.
Yeah, I would just explain. I did a little bit of research on the original 6 and their kind of involvements and focuses around the end of their time. It seemed like Aurora definitely had some notions that there were people working, or that there was some sort of organization that she was a little bit paranoid about. And then along with her, Redmond from Nevta, he and her got together to do the ritual that stopped the hordes of monsters coming through. And for the most part, Claudia was somewhat focused on making sure that in all the chaos of people not being sure what was happening, they were militant on all sides to friend and foe. She was trying to quell that. And then Grayson also was focused around a gentleman from the military, focused around making sure that he could defend the heartland of Amica. And Gawain Litton just seemed like he wanted to try and make sure that all of his compatriots made it out okay. He was definitely focused on being a combat medic and just trying to see things through to the end. So that's basically what I pulled up a little bit about their personalities and what they were focusing on towards the end there. That's all.
What'd you say about Claudia?
That essentially that in the chaos of an apocalyptic event, there were lots of human elements that sort of weren't necessarily sure what was going on, and so there was infighting amongst humans and massive chaos, not sure what was going on, and thinking that World War III had started, and she was trying to quell those, or had at least a focus on trying to do that.
Keeping the peace, maintaining some level of calm.
Right.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Interesting.
What do you mean the original 6? That's what
That's
you
just-
said. Those are your words. The original 6.
The ones that apparently gave their lives.
The only.
Okay. My apologies.
Kevin's counting.
I mean, they did set the precedent for there being teams of 6 among the cavalry. I think that's kind of why it is the way it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Ronan. Or
Oh.
Chris, it looks like you're
Oh, hey.
about to say something.
If we go and we make that deal where we can't say certain things, are you going to be able to talk straight to us?
What do you mean?
I'm going to get a spray bottle.
It's pretty hot out here.
Grown-up spray bottle. Gun.
Oh, Jesus.
Goodness gracious.
That's what we call the spicy spray bottle here in the Iowa.
Spicy spray bottle.
All right, requisition 1 spray gun. All right. I'm good.
Played,
It's a water gun full of pepper spray.
not Russian roulette.
Russian roulette with a clip-fed weapon.
This gun, it's a revolver, but none of its chambers are ever empty.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
I guess
Anastasia's
that's-
got a good point right there. We're supposed to be saving the world, but your people are trying to keep secrets amongst themselves. Me, myself, I got superiors to report to, because we're all trying to keep everyone safe. You keep saying it, save the world. So tell me why they're going to require a vow of secrecy from us, when all we're trying to do is save everyone.
If I could answer that command, I would have done so plenty of time before now. Unfortunately.
Is the tattoo magical in nature? Like, does it say, okay. And does it appear to be magics associated with compulsion?
It's not so much compulsion, it's more of the, like, if Emmett were to say things specifically related to a series of things that I cannot tell you.
If he talked about the things he's not supposed to talk about or can't talk about,
Yeah.
He just would be unable to speak about it. So it's just like, literally, it's like, oh, Aurora is...
right. But I'm looking to the nature of how it prevents him from speaking. Is it like when he goes to say it, something in his brain goes no, and he just can't say it, or is it like something is preventing those sounds from exiting his mouth even if he says them?
Emmett's far too eloquent to let it get to that point.
It's not compulsion, and it doesn't hurt. Like, if someone says, like, I'm gonna tell the secrets, they're like, well, I mean, you can't.
It makes you physically incapable of like speaking.
Correct.
Yeah, I guess if someone were like, I want to go tell all the secrets, then go for it, loser.
Can you speak them to each other? I think that's
Think
what.
it either.
So,
right?
But so if we all have it,
Can you write it down?
If you want to ask that question, are you asking that question in character, or are you asking Kylie that question?
I'll do this in the van. Like, so how does that work exactly? So like, you just can't speak, or what? Like, so yeah, like he said, can you write it down?
So
By what manner are you restrained magically from conveying this information? Like, how does it stop you?
don't know what information you're talking about, son.
Fairies.
He just fucking gives him like a. It seems pretty frank or pretty obvious that he's like, yeah, obviously, if I'm not supposed to be talking about this, I'm not supposed to be talking about, like, let me tell you what all the loopholes are, right? Like, that's kind of part of the package.
Well, I mean, so Ronan legitimately just wants to understand how this is if it's not compulsion, how it is magically preventing him from. So he's trying to understand it, because quite frankly, if I don't know how this shit works, I have no intention of having this be done to me. Absolutely not. I'm not just having some unknown magics worked upon myself.
Emmett, you would be able to tell them that, like, they fully go, like, this is fully, like, full consent. Like, you do not get the tattoo unless you, like, the people walk you through of, like, you will, like, you're gonna walk through Newfie. There are gonna be things that you learn. By having this tattoo, you'll be able to have full access to the country. You will not be able to divulge those secrets because of the tattoo, like that. And so it's like, it's like, you don't have to come to our country if you do not want to. You are free to leave the country afterwards. But if people ask you questions specifically about, these things, and like, you would know what those things are, you can't. You physically can't.
Right.
So the elders at the community center that have the tattoo, I'd be able to speak with them.
Correct.
Cool. Yep, works for me.
So yeah, I would relay that information, that if there was a part of the country that you wanted to go to, you're more than welcome to go through a process of making sure that information isn't divulged to others outside of that particular section of the country. But it would be up to you, and you'd know the details of it at that time.
They gonna tell me how it works before I say yes or no?
Absolutely.
Really? So they explained how that tattoo works, and then I can say no after.
He thinks about it. He goes, they would explain how any procedures that you would undergo would work, for sure.
But you can't.
Whoa. Procedures?
I don't understand.
But-
Is the magic of how the tattoo works secret or not?
Excuse me?
That's classified.
So they'll tell me if I go there, but you can't tell me.
I am not going to talk on the subject because it's easier to avoid it altogether than to be caught in what I'm trying to say to you.
But you would tell us if you could.
Of course.
Insight check. If you're okay with that.
Sure. I don't think Emmett's
I got
lied.
13.
I don't think Emmett's lied to anyone but Anastasia yet.
Natural 1.
Old, incapable of lying.
Damn, he's about to die any minute now. That's all that's going through my head as I'm trying to like.
He's 44, not 84. Holy shit.
Yeah, but was it Nicodemus is like 20, so that's ancient to him.
I'm old enough to be your daddy.
Yes.
Maybe he is. What a plot twist.
Plot twist.
That would be wild.
Papa, I don't want to see you.
Go away.
Goodness.
Interesting.
All right. If everybody's good with this, we'll cut this scene and go to Ronan's second week of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep the ball rolling with my things that have already been rolled in, especially now knowing that things can record to some extent and scrying can be done upon the lighthouse. I'm gonna spend some time in the whatchamadoer, the lab, probably around no one else besides Miss Fox's brother at the most, making effectively some magic EMPs. So basically AoE fucking dispel magic of going, cameras need to go off. Button.
I've already commissioned them to do that. At least
I'm
for a
making my
one-time
own.
thing.
I don't trust these people. These are mine.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
And so and I was gonna actually say, so Nicodemus, you do get the one that you commissioned from Marcus. This one is it's a magical EMP. You can use it once a day, but it only has 10 charges.
And then the ones I was crafting are purposely meant to be surreptitious, so that it does not look like I'm very clearly walking around with a bunch of magic EMPs. So hopefully we can just be like, oh no, the cameras went out.
Just
That's crazy.
Carry on just toots and they all die.
Okay, carry on will scream, and they'll just.
Yeah. Marcus, over that couple weeks that you are working on these, has indicated to you like a lot of the other people who use the space use it during like the day, and so if you're in the evenings, there's like a back shop that is sort of unused, and you're able to use that space whenever you want.
Hell yeah. I would definitely spend as much time as I need to.
Yeah.
Plus all the time. I'd probably do as much of the designing of them in my room. Go to the lab, make the bitches.
Yeah. I think at one of the days, Marcus looks over and he's like, hey man, if you're going to be coming in here all the time, you're going to have to start paying me in churros.
All right. I mean, I'm pretty sure they don't charge me to take them off the little rolling thing. So I'll grab a handful on my way in. And when I leave, I suppose.
Sounds good. I just don't want to have
Alright.
to walk through the tunnel to get there. If you're coming here.
Sure. I guess. Yeah.
Roll an insight check.
Okay. Ooh, that's pretty good. I only have my +3, 18.
He's trying to make a joke. He's trying to be. Marcus is.
It is not landing.
Yeah. He's very. You notice that like not a lot of people are in the lab, and he likes being in the lab. And when people visit, he's like, people who like the things that I like.
Almost equally awkwardly, Ronan just kind of, yeah, sure. Yep, I can do that. And I'm kind of. I just not finish the sentence and just turn back to.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like he's an awkward little nerd. He was just trying to like have a fun thing, a silly fun thing.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Marcus. Ronan isn't, but Ian is sorry.
No.
And you
fine.
said I got 5 of those, correct?
Correct. And if you spend more time in the lab, you can create more. But
Wonderful.
we'll have to have a conversation of like how often and how many. Anastasia. Week 2.
Anastasia will be doing exercises, doing like TikToks with exercises and tactical drills. So she'll be crafting those up in the gym.
Okay.
And gun range and
Yeah, this feels very much like a social status roll. So go ahead, roll a flat d20.
you know what? They didn't lead me wrong last week. 12.
A 12? 12 isn't bad. So with a 12, it's positive engagement. So you earn 1 social status point. Kevin.
I think at this point, after doing kind of like learning the city a little bit, Kevin's kind of finding her groove. So she's joined a belly dancing class. It's Tuesday nights. So, you know, she doesn't really eat with the gang on Tuesday nights. She leaves the Scooby crew behind and runs off to belly dancing. She's got a dart club that she goes to on Wednesdays. But like none of this is like, she's not trying to like lock anybody out, but she's not waiting around on anybody either. So, you know, open invitation if anybody ever wants to come. But
Darts.
So she's doing those things. Darts. Emmett, she'll take Emmett down. It's very biker. It's a very like dark, seedy beer on the floor kind of place, but everybody's cool.
Perfect.
Anastasia would probably go belly dancing, but say absolutely nothing to anybody else.
Cool.
The floor.
Like as Kevin exits the lighthouse, I got this vision of Anastasia kind of like comes out of the shadows and joins going down the sidewalk. But she looks like she's but yeah, and so she's just kind of doing those things, but also you know, she's training. She's found the places in the lighthouse that are sunny so she can go like keep her mood up. And I would like Kylie, could I have sent a note to Xander with like a drawing of the tattoo with just like a question mark, you know, basically like has he seen that or does he know about it?
Yeah. Is it so? Do you like send a physical letter? Because you can send physical media, but you have smartphones for all intent and purpose. So
yeah, she'd probably just do it on the smartphone. Yeah.
Yeah. So he like you probably like I don't know a few hours later get a message with a photograph of his own wrist and goes, it's the only way to find information.
Thumbs up. That decision's been made now. So I'm just curious, like, is Kevin running into anybody else in these classes or anything?
Well, you said Kent or not Kent. You said Emmett is Emmett's going darts. So
darts. Yeah.
If
And Anastasia's joining me.
So okay, if anybody's gonna go out with Kevin on these adventures, y'all can roll with advantage a straight d20 to get some social points. So, Emmett, you can roll a just D20, no modifiers or anything. It's just this, these are flat 20s. So, and same with Kevin, and Anastasia can do this as well. So, go ahead and roll.
Is Kevin ever going out into like nature? You said there were walking tours and things.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she absolutely like. So that first week she was like, you know, doing the parks and everything, and I don't know. She would have definitely found like where the parks are, and so she likes the dry and the sunny, but the green is, that's a whole new cool vibe. So she'll do that. Yeah, for sure.
Well, if you were in the park and there were flocks of birds, you may have noticed one bird behaving a little bit strangely, not always flying with the other ones and kind of like
Awesome.
watching you. And kind of sticking a little bit more closely than a typical bird would. You might see the bird like hop down from the tree, like walk behind you a little bit. Just kind of like...
Mira, you're not getting any social points out of this because nobody knows that you're Mira as a bird.
Kevin will be like,
Just
after a
hanging
while,
out.
she'll be like,
That's fine.
you start testing, throwing random pieces of like bread to see, does this bird get the bread? Okay.
Yes.
All right, Kevin, what did you roll on your social stat roll?
Sorry.
You're good.
Just an 8. So
An 8?
she's too much blending in the crowd, I think, at this point.
That's okay. So that's neutral engagement. You're finding a groove and you don't get any points, but you don't lose anything either. You didn't piss off anybody. Emmett, what did you roll?
16.
A 16?
Yep.
16, you get 2 points.
Nice.
So, and then Anastasia, what did you roll?
12.
A 12, you get 1 point. All right. Mira, what are you doing this second week?
Hello. Mira, when she is not being kind of a bird stalker, is at the community center, but now she is knitting with the people in the elder circle. She's finished the scarf for her mom. Can she send that home? Do they have like a USPS type situation?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So she's gonna
Also
send a care
survive.
package home of like things from the Isla, like little like thoughtful gifts, like things maybe that her mom might have told her to get for her when she came down there. Like, you know, they have this really famous sausage that I've always wanted to try, and they have this jam that's like kind of like our fireweed jelly, but we can't get it here because the plant doesn't grow in this climate, that kind of thing. So she made a care package and sent that back home because, you know, she's a good daughter. And she also is going to start asking the elders who are like retired cavalry, like what they did to kind of adjust to the fact that, yes, you're helping your community out, but also like you're being constantly watched.
Yeah. That's a good question. And I will send you a message into those. That feels very much like some of the other roles that like I wrote out a whole thing. So I will send that kind of thing. Awesome. Nicodemus.
So, this will be like the later in the week after I get back from escorting that stuff to Nefta, but later on, some just quick things that I would do is I would find Marcus Fox and Ronan Dane in the workshop, actually picking up my little EMP there, and I'll see Ronan working on his a little bit more inconspicuous. I'll hold up. Would you mind? Into the pauldron.
What?
Placing this one into the pauldron like that. Same thing you're already doing. It's already built. I don't need you to do any extra work. I just need you to attach it.
Just several more beats of like clearly thinking about it. Yeah, whatever. Give it here.
So, Marcus, your sister, she ever talk about that tattoo she has much?
Oh, well, she got it after I think it's the second time she visited Newfie. She came back with it.
Do you have one?
No.
No.
I've lived in Nevton, I've lived in the Isla. I've never really traveled much past that.
You know how it works? I mean, she's your sister. You care about her, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what it does?
No. My sister is her own person. I trust her that she's going to make a decision for her own bodily autonomy. She decided
Absolutely.
that she wanted it. So if she felt like that she needed to do it, I know that it prevents people from talking about stuff that happens in Newfie. That's about all I could get.
Gotcha. Yeah. I am in God damn, don't have to poke me so damn hard. I'm not in any way doubting Miss Fox's competence at all. I'd be worried about what other people were trying to do.
Oh, for sure.
We have another member of whatever this is with it, and I'm curious to say the least. Might be worth looking into.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that if anybody were to try to manipulate my sister, she'd kill them.
That's already happened with the tattoo. From your mouth.
Like,
I'm right.
You can tell that, like, this is more social interaction than that he's had in a while. Like,
oh yeah.
Rodin's been hanging out in the lab, but like doesn't talk to Marcus, and so the fact that you're like having this conversation, you realize that he's just like, I am now just saying words to continue this conversation.
Exactly. Keep saying all those words.
And he's like, I don't know how it works, but I trust my sister. I
do as well. And your sister is one of the few bosses that I actually enjoy the company of. She's no bullshit, and she gives me good jobs at the very least. So I would like for her to continue doing that. Also, I want to make sure that we're not being guided by any other misguided hands. Not hers, someone else that might be manipulating hers. You catch my drift?
Yeah, I mean, I could roll a persuasion check.
Sure. I'm not good at this. +3. Go. 9.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
9.
You know, okay, I'm gonna roll at advantage because this is a person who just wants people to like him.
I feel more and more bad for this guy. Apparently, the more we talk to him.
10.
10.
That's better.
That's slightly better. I think you see
5% better.
You see a man who his like best friend is his sister and cares about his sister with all of his heart. And so you saying that you're worried about her does put into his mind that like maybe he should ask her to think to about more details because he normally wouldn't. But it's kind of like a sort of a wishy-washy. So he goes, I mean, I can ask her. I asked her way back when she got it originally, but I don't know if she'll give me any more information.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
You're all right. I wanted to know. Like I said, one of our friends has one. She has one. Both people that are in my proximity, so wanted to check in on it.
I appreciate you for your concern about my sister. That's really nice.
And the only other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to ask. Give me 2 seconds.
No seconds.
I wanted to ask the reporter Cassandra on a date.
Yeah, I mean, that's an easy. You have her number.
Wonderful.
Okay, so do you want to RP this through, or do you just want to
Sure.
ask her? Okay.
It doesn't matter. We can, since I've already taken up that much time with that conversation, I would ask her on a date, and if she accepts, I don't know if you want me to roll for it or not.
I have a way to get through. So we'll do this during the third rotation.
Okay.
So, okay. Last of the three time skip stuff. So we'll back at the top of the initiative. Emmett, what's that third thing?
I had a question in chat regarding my third thing, because we had talked earlier in the week about a get together. Is that part of this time skip?
Yeah. So the three of you that are doing those cool combo stuff, so for Anastasia, Kevin, and or four of you, I guess. Anastasia, Mira, Kevin, and Emmett. This last week, you are like basically drilling super hard into like figuring out ways to make cool combos and how you can play off of each other. So.
Oh no! I was talking about the like get together we were having for our communities. Is that part of?
That will be after the break.
Okay, I was just okay. That's what I had typed it beforehand. All right. Yeah, so I was going to spend my last week, since I guess that was on my first week, or maybe my first week was doing this back around to the other way, whatever. I was going to tinker to make myself a traveler's alchemist kit.
Yep.
Cool.
And we rolled, and you're good, and all that wonderful stuff.
Yep. Short and simple to the point.
Yep. Ronan, that's your last.
This is the
thing.
one we actually gotta do stuff on. My last activity was wanting to do a little bit of research in my more personal interests of finding out who the major players are in the artificer world here in the Isla, whether that is companies or individuals. Like finding out who they are, what their like niche in the market is, and what they're like, where their goals are, like what they're aiming to do.
Yeah. So, the two big names of like individuals is Griffin Starr, who owns a company called Babylon, and he is from Zona originally, but moved to the Isla. He was not a CAV member. And they produce a lot of the like protective materials. So you've seen over the last few weeks Nicodemus escorting shield spell components, and basically it's like it creates little shields over town. So the Isla has a big ass one around it. So does all the other capital cities. You would know that in smaller rural communities, they have ones that are temporary. So like during a crisis, they can activate it, and it lasts for 8 hours basically. So he's primarily responsible for developing those and making them more or less affordable for communities for crisis times of crisis. The other one is, I have to think about this. The other one is Jessup Incorporated, and they are, it was a family group, and they do more or less like the cameras and that kind, the show stuff, like how all the media things, all the cameras, all the audio, all of that kind of things. Like those are the two big groups that sort of develop and sell and produce in terms of like the art, like magitech artificery things.
Okay. And those are those two niches that they are inhabiting, and I guess just kind of do either of them seem to have ambitions beyond what they are beyond what they currently do?
Not that you can see, and the reason why I want you to RP through this is because you offered so graciously in the interview that if anybody wanted to collaborate or chat or share knowledge, you get a message, like a video chat message. It's recorded though. It's not it's not like live, from Griffin. And in the video you see a very clean cut, broad-shouldered, like Hispanic looking gentleman. And he goes, Mr. Dane, it's pleasant to see another artificer interested in the well-being of Amica. I would love to invite you to a gathering on the day when all of the CAV members are going out and doing sort of FaceTime with the community. It's going to be really wonderful. Other artificers are going to be out there with their inventions, and it's just a good time where all of us who build things hang out for the better part of a day. Please RSVP to me within the week so that I know to provide you a space for your tinkering needs. And then the message cuts off.
Wonderful. Done. Done and done.
Okay. Beautiful. Anastasia, what's your I said what your last thing was. Same with Kevin, and same with Mira. Nico, the last thing before we cut to break and then launch Tailspire.
Huh?
Huh?
What do we need Tailspire for? Gun.
I think I've done everything that I want to do, so I'll probably just go out and for a photo op somewhere. Well, the only thing I wanted to do is on the date with Cassandra. If she accepts, I need to know that.
Mm-hmm. So the phone she accepts and goes, Nicodemus, thank you so much. I'm so excited. Are you going to take me to the baseball game that you said that you were going to go to for the FaceTime event?
Oh, well, yeah, that works. I was thinking dinner, but yeah, we'll do that first.
Okay.
Wonderful.
I'll see you then.
Hang up with her. I will instantly anonymously call reporting agencies and give them a hint that Nicodemus is going to be taking someone out, who knows who, but someone rather high profile on a date at a restaurant near this area, and hang up.
Beautiful. All right.
Quick question.
Yes.
This has nothing to do with any of our activities, but I looked at my notes and it made me think of it. Was Soldier Gwen successfully fucked over?
So you have not seen Soldier Gwen since that night.
This is Ian curious more than anything else.
Yeah. You where you were stationed, Ronan, you would have had to pass by that gate quite a lot because you were one of the I think I had you like patrolling the farm area, right? Am I crazy? Dur-
I
During-
believe so. Yes, I believe when we during the 7.5 you said I was patrolling the like Nevta side.
Yep.
For the most part.
Yeah, so you would have had to pass by her spot that she had been. So you haven't seen her in 3 weeks. And you had seen her almost
interesting.
every day prior to that. So
Ronan does not care. Ian is curious. Ian is curious though.
no, for sure. I'm just that's the
I look forward to looking back at that note once this game is over. Forgetting about it and then coming back to it later and going, oh yeah. Wonderful.
for sure. All right. So we're going to use that as a good time to take a break. So friends, take a bio break, drink some water, get a snack, and we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Aggressively.
Okay. Okay.
Hell yeah.
No worries. So, welcome back, everyone. This is Roads of Ruin on Hard Knock Dice, and I'm Kylie, your DM. And the first half of this session, we were doing some time skippy things. So, everybody was basically living in the Isla, which is where the lighthouse is located, which is where they, as heroes of Amica, sort of do their business. I'm too lazy to recap all the things. Go back and watch. So, also, I have an hour for the rest of the session, and we have things to do. So, I am going to summon y'all to the board, maybe, of this world, maybe. Yeah. So, is my dog Starbuck in the background? He is my animal companion, if you can hear him. Let's see.
Can someone do a quick audio check on the stream, por favor?
Oh,
How do I?
What?
Ian.
heard audio check. And that translates to make a noise in my head.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. So, I have all summoned you to the board. Welcome to the Isla, or at least part of the Isla.
I can hear you on stream, Jones.
Yeah.
You should be able to hear everybody.
Can you hear us now?
I can hear me as well.
Okay.
I am. Let's see.
Hailstar
Easy.
is not updating.
Joe.
That's
No,
okay.
No.
Can
I
you-
mean, on stream, it's not showing the new stuff.
Oh no.
Yo, this looks cool. Stream's
God
missing out.
damn.
I'm trying.
Is that a dragon?
I'm trying. The game
Is
capture
that
isn't
two
working for some reason.
dragons?
Yeah. That's okay. While we are dealing with technical difficulties, hopefully y'all have been summoned to this secondary board.
Serena.
Have you? Are you there? Okay. So,
No. I mean, I can see it, but I don't see it anywhere.
okay. And then that's not what I wanted to do.
I'm just like outside.
No, you're fine. I don't know why. sorry, folks.
You want me to just place the models in the middle?
Yes, that would be great. And then I'll tell you all where to, roughly based off the information y'all provided me, where you're going. So, Nicodemus, there's this big stadium-looking thing. That's where you're going. There's a big park-looking thing that is where, in front of the lighthouse, that's where Mira's going. Emmett, you have there's a little neighborhood in the sort of off.
See it.
That's where Emmett is at. Ronan, there's a thing that looks kind of like it's where the airplanes and things would land. So they're right there.
Is it on this central?
Yeah,
Where?
on the right side, there's like a ramp looking.
Oh yes.
Yep. Anastasia, you're gonna be on the back side of the lighthouse. There's a wall. And then Kevin, there's a bar to the left, upper left corner that you're gonna be at.
I got her.
Mira is in pretty much where you guys are at. There's like a central, there's like a park. Yeah, right there. It's like a botanical garden.
Oh, the botanical garden. The druid botanical garden. Yes.
So, today is one of 4 sort of automatic space-time days. So everybody can choose to go out and do sort of what Kevin did earlier in the month, where she went out and like just interacted with people and sort of gained social interactions with folks. This is one of the 4 mandatory times a year where you have to go out and do something in the community. So, Ronan, you are participating in sort of a artificer festival type thing, where other makers are showing off what they've been working on for the last few months. Mira, you are at a botanical garden where y'all are just having a moment. And there are people coming to have other druids sort of judge their plant judging contest. Nicodemus, you are watching a Little League baseball because an apocalypse might happen, but there's nothing more amateur than apple pie and baseball, especially Little League baseball. You are you're repping. So this is between the Northern Little League team and the Southern Little League team from the Isla. So you are definitely repping the North jersey.
Absolutely.
Parents getting way too.
Nicodemus 100%.
It wouldn't be a Little League game without adults being more vocal.
Yeah, Kevin, you are literally just at a pool pub, like just hanging out with people. Like that's what you said you wanted to do. You were at a brew pub, just hanging out with people, playing darts, doing trivia. Like it's a whole thing. Anastasia, you are launching your fashion line at this mall. And Emmett, the reason why yours looks a little different than everybody else is that you are literally on the edge of the island where all the refugee groups go when their communities have been burned down by like dragons and things, and so it's temporary housing while their communities get rebuilt, and then they'll go back home because that's a whole part of this. Like, so they don't just hang out in a refugee camp, like actual rebuilding of things. It is clerics without wings. It is.
No, it's heroes being heroes.
Beautiful. So that is why you're all the way over there. That you are not in the island central. You are meeting with a bunch of other people, and there are a couple of other clerics there with, or there are a couple of clerics there with you, just hanging out with you. Nobody's hurt here, but they're all pretty scared still because they got uprooted from their lives because of monster violence. So they just need a kind heart and a safe place for a little while their homes are getting rebuilt.
Awesome.
So tell me some interactions that there are other cavalry members sort of spread across the entire map. I'm not going to name them all because that's too many people and you don't care.
I want to know them all.
I will send you a picture of all of my notes.
Ages, backstories. I want it all.
So everybody's out and about. There are people who've doubled up on location. So Mira, like I said, there are other druids there. Nicodemus, Hannah Fox is watching the game with you. You have your date, Cassandra, Drew there as well. And yeah. Let's live in this space for a little while before things.
Before what?
What could possibly happen?
Before things.
This is a map just to be a pretty map, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Don't know.
Now
Mira
I'm beginning to
judging?
wonder.
Is Mira judging this plant contest?
Yeah. So you see like different there are orchids, there are succulents, there are plants from all over Amica that people have brought to this little botanical garden area to have them judged.
Cool. I think as Mira walks by each one, instead of like touching the plants personally, she's going to use mage hand to pick up the plants and like bring them in front of her for inspection and like make their petals open and close. She can see them move before like placing them back.
Love that.
Nicodemus is doing the all Amican thing with like going and getting hot dogs and sodas. He's being a gentleman's gentleman, of course, with that. Set down beside Cassandra, but cheering on the some people appreciate this joke. He's hit the Northern Lions. He's gonna be he's gonna be cheering on his team. And enjoying the date and everything. He's not going to be too focused on the cameras at first. He'll pretty much ignore them for pretty much the most of the game.
Beautiful.
Emmett's out there. He's he kind of called his group, his followers and stuff to come in and participate in an organization or an event that he called Heroes Meeting Heroes. So it's supposed to be that anybody can be a hero if you help those in need. And so he's got a bunch of people there like bringing old furniture and just other things to like help these people rebuild their lives and just have like a big barbecue type kind of thing, just city blocking it up.
I hate how good of a guy Emmett is.
Yeah, same.
Bothers me. What's your fucking deal, man? On that note, at this kind of like nerd convention that Ronan is participating in. His goal here is like that's like his whole thing. He's trying to generate interest in the artificer arts that are out in the country. So he probably spent like a large part of this week trying to make like various diagrams and probably smaller models of like the skeleton of the of one of the like walking hotels and things like that. And there's some like the much more I'm not gonna say not just practical, but the like large and industrial like levels of artifice, but then kind of having them pulled apart to see the intricacies. To kind of show that to the and he'll offer basically it'll be for people to come and look at them and see them and then prompt like and he'll have a bunch of scrap and stuff and he'll prompt them to like, okay, and how would you like, you know, what would you do to it? Like, how would you improve upon this design? Like what does the Isla's fresh perspective bring to the if it ain't broke, don't fix it way that artifice has been performed in Nevta? Because I mean, once you find a winning solution, you kind of keep to it. You don't want to screw it up because if you screw it up, you might die. So, but what do those fresh perspectives bring and stuff like that? Trying to get them to be like some more like on the fly artifice, like you got to think real quick on your feet when you're out there in the wild. So what how fast can you boys build? And trying to kind of to egg them on to stuff like that.
I love that. Anastasia or Kevin?
I think before we all left the lighthouse, Kevin would have asked if anybody was interested in doing the mental link thing, and would have cast that for anybody that wanted to opt in. But then once they're there, yeah, she's just, as she walks in, she sees the guy who's holding the boom mic in the corner. Hey, Fred, what's up, man? You need a beer? You good? And just kind of, walking around and, she keeping an eye, knowing that this is like her event. She feels a little hostessy, like, so she's keeping an eye out. If somebody looks like they're not included or what have you, she's kind of like keeping an eye on folks who are around, making sure that, everybody's got a drink, everybody, saying hey to everybody, that kind of thing.
Perfect. Anastasia.
Anastasia will do a couple things. Obviously, host her brand's launch, but make sure that everybody who wants something gets at least a little grab bag up to like full on like outfits, and she will pack. She'll have had her agent get a closest semblance of Hannah's measurements as possible, and get those clothes, her clothes, packaged and sent to Hannah with just like a little note that just says, "To the most beautiful woman at the lighthouse."
Okay. Beautiful. So everybody is having a truly lovely time. It is, sort of this like performative like interactions with the general public can be a little bit of a little exhausting, but y'all are having like y'all chose what you wanted to do, and so you're even if you're like, man, this kind of sucks, there's cameras everywhere, you're still having a good time. And as the day sort of starts to like, it's at like mid-afternoon, like the sun is just starting to set. Perception checks from everybody.
Is this perception check in to find a hidden door or path?
No.
Damn. 28.
28. Okay.
Could have
13.
been better.
13. Okay.
With or without modifiers?
With it's a perception check, so it's whatever.
Okay, 26.
Okay.
11.
11. Okay.
Nat 20 for a 23.
And that's 20. Okay.
Nerd. Sorry.
Yeah. It's a dub.
5.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
More than one.
All that says
Olivia's
is,
crew over here.
is me and Doc are focused on the task at hand. Okay.
That's right. We're in it for
Pretty
the
much.
people. Okay.
Okay. I can someone remind me how to mass reveal hidden things?
How mass? So you
A
can
lot.
you
Hidden
can
in a
circle,
line.
like if you just hold down left click, you can circle a lot of them,
Okay.
and then right click and reveal them.
I don't like the sound of reveal. That just sounds bad.
I don't.
Not in the
lot of
middle of
hobbits
my
in that.
garden party.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't know if you did a hide volume or if you just hid them in the GM screen.
I couldn't figure out the high volume. Okay. Well, it'll be fine.
Ah, we're out.
Everybody who rolled over a 15, outside of your areas, you start to hear like sort of confused shouts, like it's definitely confused shouts, and it's like there's it's confusion and also like fear. Everybody over a 20, and specifically my nat 20 friend, you see a rift open. You start seeing rifts open all over the island.
Oh. Oh. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Rift
I'm now
like
very
Anastasia
worried.
Rift?
Sorry.
I should have rolled that nat
I'm
20
having to
for this.
while I'm doing this, can y'all roll initiative for me, please?
Love that for us.
What do we need initiative for?
Is this the initiative to find a hidden door or path?
Yes, actually, yes,
Ooh,
Chris.
I get advantage.
That's
This is
funny.
assuming that a hidden inanimate object would have a higher initiative than Anastasia.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure those
Given the
objects
way
are
I
animated.
usually roll initiative, it probably would.
As I say, it definitely has higher initiative than Kevin.
My first good roll of the day.
Let's go ahead and get those while I am thinking.
I very rarely rolled this well when my initiative bonus was high.
So Anastasia, I see that you've rolled a 17. Ronan, what did you roll?
I also got a 17, but
17.
I only have a 14 dex, so Anastasia definitely goes first.
Okay.
One-
Emmett,
22 total.
22.
That's pretty good.
Kevin,
Yeah,
8.
Oh no.
hell yeah.
Nicodemus, what'd you roll?
Wizard.
21.
21.
Nice.
Beautiful. Mira, what'd you roll?
12.
A 12. That is good. Okay. So, I apologize, stream, as I work on unhiding all of these things that I have hidden. So, what you see pour through these rifts are a lot of, actually, anybody wants to give me a history check, or all of you give me a history check.
I guess.
Plus 0.
This isn't very hard, and as long as you get over a 5, you're fine.
Oh god.
Over? Did you say
Oh,
over
well-
a 3?
Yeah, over a 3.
Over a 5 because I got exactly a 5 without modifiers.
Beautiful.
Also
Oh,
got exactly
7.
a 5.
7. Woo.
You're a wizard. You're supposed to have all the knowledge. Did you roll a 2?
Yes, I did.
15, baby. I had the highest roll with a 15. Is that
What
what
a
I'm
hero.
hearing?
My goodness
Bravo.
gracious.
Ah!
We're doing great.
I
Nerd
also rolled a
rage.
2 for 3.
Anybody
I rolled
who
a 3
rolled
for 3.
over a 5, you
Is
start seeing.
Is it a
go ahead.
5 or over a 5?
If you rolled a 5
Yeah.
or higher, you know what has just poured out of the thing. So you
What
see
the- Holy shit.
a horde of red caps pour through this rift, and they are just anybody who looks vulnerable. They are starting to go after with their metal boots and stuff. So you start hearing, at this point, people screaming in the streets.
Oh, golly.
Oh my goodness gracious. I did not think this through. In terms of height, I shouldn't have hidden them. I should have just had them.
do you want me to assist?
I know that feeling.
Hey, Jones, while she's doing that, can you assign my model to me?
It is assigned
Yep.
to you.
Oh, I cannot see it.
I like this model, the elf lady with the
So,
crossbow.
yeah, if Jones, if you could help me with getting those, we'll start into initiative. So, the very first go is not actually any of you.
Oh, fuck.
The
Fox,
first to
right?
go are Nicodemus. Can you show me roughly where you are in this stadium?
I just plot myself in the middle. So, give me just a second. I'll be over there. I unassigned it and reassigned it to you, Kent. So, Jesus Christ.
Let me restart or something real quick. I'm not sure what's up.
Oh, I see. I found you.
Yeah, I should have thrown myself in the bleachers somewhere.
Yeah. If you want to throw yourself somewhere in the bleachers.
Yeah, we'll be right here, courtside.
Which of our equipment is it reasonable to assume we've got?
You do not have your all call out gear. You have all of the stuff that is your normal gear.
Okay,
you
so
do
we
not-
have we could have armor.
Yep, you have your normal
Oh,
armor, but
oh,
you do
thank
not.
God.
But you do not have. The only thing that you do have on you that is from your all call gear is an Amican EpiPen. But you do not have your
Right.
magic armor. You don't have any extra weapons. Like you don't have.
Yeah.
Like,
we don't have
literally-
the Kevlar that goes over our regular stuff or whatever.
Correct.
Okay. Cool. Okay, good. I was about to be very concerned about that 12 AC rocking into this fucking combat. I'm like, whoa, boy.
Yeah,
About
no,
to
you
hurt.
No.
You have all of your stuff.
Cool.
So Nicodemus, you see a there we go. You see someone up at the very top here, right here. Like you can't hear them because it's pretty far away, but you do see them give an like they move their arm and a bunch of stuff happens. Essentially, it looks like all of the red caps, and then there's some other stuff in there as well that have begun to pour out of these rifts. They gave some sort of instruction.
Interesting.
And for everybody else, there's also a person that also looks like they are giving, like they don't do any magic or anything. They just give a command. Let's see. The next in initiative is actually between Nicodemus and Emmett, who has the higher dex.
I thought I got a 22.
You
Oh,
did.
do you have-
You got one
okay.
higher than I did.
That was my bad. Okay. Emmett, what you doing? Phew!
Can I get a resummon to the board? I couldn't see, so I relaunched. Regardless, the first thing I'll be doing is essentially commanding all the people around me into action to get like children and the elderly like indoors and outside of this fucking chaos.
Yeah.
And what I'll probably do is if there's any one of them that is within range, I will go ahead and start unleashing firebolt so that people who cannot hear and aren't paying attention definitely know that stuff's going down by means of big flaming things happening.
Yeah, for sure. Where did you have yourself? Oh, I see you. Let's see. You see two things pretty close to you. There is a red cap, and then there's also a wraith in front of you. But you also see the person giving instructions down at the end of the street. So you can.
Oh, okay. I do see that person.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Okay. If I'm aware of that, there's a person that looks like they're given orders. Can I tell anything about that person, or they just seem to be like a? Sorry, I'm trying to look on the stream. Oh, now I can see myself in Tailspire. Cool. Yeah. If I can see that person,
Yeah.
I guess I'll go for the head. And I will say how long have we been out here schmoozing and having a good time?
It's been the better part of the day. You've been here for like 10 hours.
Okay, so
point.
the mental link is well and truly gone. Yeah,
You do have your communicators.
right. I'll communicate to the folks that the red caps coming all over the place, and it looks like there's something here controlling them or giving commands, and then I will launch a firebolt at that creature.
Okay. Roll it.
Does a 21 hit?
It does.
All right. 2d10, let's go. That's 15 damage.
Okay.
Fire damage.
Okay.
And then a bonus action, I'll use telekinesis to, if it looks like that there's, I imagine these red caps are just causing massive chaos from all the people that are out here. Like the quickest one that I see that looks like they're in danger of about getting stabbed, I'll just like yank them out of like that melee range or something real quick with my bonus action.
I think, yeah, you can do that.
I guess the telekinetic feat, not telekinesis as a spell.
Oh, yeah. You got it.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, I will make my way towards that guy, that individual. You said it's this dude with the book?
It's the person with the crossbow.
Okay.
Oh, whoops.
This one.
Is that a red cap that I'm right next to?
You are right next to a red cap, yeah.
Okay. Well, I launch something over his head, and I will get on the. I guess that would be the opposite side of his area of threatened range, and then remain there.
Okay. Great. Nicodemus, you are. You're up.
Is that me? Okay. Very well. Are there any more kids on the baseball field at this point?
I think that as soon as something weird happened, everybody started going into their dugouts and into the thing. So you currently do not see any children, although there Cassandra Drew is right next to you, and Hannah Fox is not next to you, but is on the same side of the bleachers as you. I should probably put a for Hannah.
If the kids are safe, Nicodemus, for any adults that are running around panicking, he does not feel too much sympathy for them. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna start yelling orders at these coaches or whatever it is that are getting these kids off the field. Get the goddamn kids to safety. Sweetheart, you might want to get out of here as well. And then I am going to take a few steps over here towards this person that I've seen made some weird hand gestures. 30 feet there. Let's just say I get up on top of the railing here. And then I need to do some measuring. You know what? I will actually, I have something that allows me to bonus action dash. So I will do that. And then I will use my, actually, sorry. Other way around. I'll use my action to dash. I'll use my bonus action to activate my form of war. Does anybody know off the top of the head if summoning a packed weapon is an action?
Yes,
It is.
technically.
Okay, so I gotta do it. So I'm going to action surge.
Okay.
Reach into the air and sort of just fire coalescing into this bronze golden spear. Nicodemus will then, that's his action. He gets his, I got my form of war, which means I get 1d10 temporary HP. I get
Plus level.
plus level, so I get 13 because I just rolled a 10 on that. 13 temp HP on that. And I've used my action. I got my bonus action to movement, so I'll use another 30 feet to get right here. And then I will use my bonus action once I get right here and just fucking jump all the way up to almost right beside her. Or this thing, whatever I'm looking at. What am I looking at, DM?
So you are looking at a tall, fire red-headed, fey-looking woman.
Interesting.
Bay!
Okay.
So like angular features, longish ears. Her armor is very much like. Give me a perception check.
Surely. God, perception's not treating me right today. 10.
10, that's fine. You see an emblem of like seashells on her shoulders.
A seashell. Does that mean anything like symbolically to me in this moment or no?
Not with a 10.
Okay.
Like
I just noticed it.
you just noticed that there are seashell emblems on her armor.
They're from Newfie.
I am all out of action, so
Oh,
all
shit.
I'm gonna do is I am going to point my spear at her, and I'm gonna, as I'm wiping hot dog mustard from my lip, say, "Listen here, bitch! You just ruined a perfectly good baseball game. I'm about to kick your ass." And that'll be the end of my turn.
Awesome. Okay. The next is let's see, is a monster.
No.
Ba.
The look of glee on the GM's face is always
Okay.
terrifying.
Now I
I
get to
need-
go.
I do. Everybody with I need, if you are within 30 feet of the critter that has the staff in them and the green ball of fire, if you are within 30 feet of that, I need you to roll me a DC 16 wisdom save, please.
I don't know if this one over here next to Nicodemus is moving. If he moves, I could definitely be within range, but currently I am not.
It will move towards you to do that.
Am I in that group?
Mira, you are not.
Bless.
Will
Have fun, guys.
mine move towards me? And then also,
don't
Rex
see
needs to be summoned.
Yes, it will move towards you, and I will get you a critter. Give me a second.
Okay. You said what save?
Wisdoms.
Can they move 120 feet? On
No,
their
they
turn?
cannot.
Okay, cool.
That is their movement speed, actually.
Damn!
Um,
Damn.
I expended one use of lucky.
Anybody else?
18 for mine, if that succeeds. 16 plus 2.
Okay, 18.
18 on mine as well.
18, beautiful.
I do not see said creature, so I don't know.
I see. It's very
Kevin-
dark on my end, so I see a guy who's got a green-looking orb thing. I don't know if that's the guy we're talking about.
It is.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't see a guy at all.
Kevin, I don't see you.
I don't even see Kevin. I clicked on Kevin.
Kevin's right here.
Oh, there's
in the
Kevin.
pub.
In the club.
Oh wait, no.
Oh, this is a
Um,
busy fucking pub. God damn.
Dog
there's
failed.
A lot of tables.
Which
Dog
which
failed.
pup?
One that Kevin's in.
Wait a minute.
Am I in the wrong? Is Kevin in the wrong pub?
I mean,
There's a
Make-
pub right here, so I don't think so. Right.
one that I had Kevin at was in the back left one.
Oh,
so if
I'm in the
Kevin's
wrong
not
place.
that's fine.
I'm
you're in-
moving. I'm moving
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
Okay, awesome.
So if Kevin
okay.
is inside, then you're good.
Okay, yeah, she would have been inside.
Anybody who if you got a 16, over a 16, you are good. That is all it can do.
If we didn't,
If you didn't, you are stunned and take.
Shit.
80.
At least 100 hit points of damage.
So I should roll it a lot.
Well, you take 12 points of psychic damage.
That was on 2d4. No last questions. No last questions.
Next is let's see, Anastasia, then Ronan, and then Hannah. So Anastasia, what you doing?
I'm stunned. Dog is stunned.
Oh no!
Can the dog not act if you're incapacitated?
Dog is also stunned. Failed the test.
Oh. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's
That's a
not
good
good.
question.
Ronan.
I will also need a companion.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right.
A cup. Back.
Look up! Look up!
What
Look
did I
up.
give you the last time?
I don't remember. Some kind of critter.
Yeah, let's.
You know, now that we got Kit bashing and Hero Forge, we can, you can get in there and make you.
You think we can make a pangolin in Hero Forge?
Yes. Yeah, you
That would be
absolutely could.
Pretty cute.
You can do that.
I'm
If you
gonna
so desire.
I'm gonna give you a goat friend.
Give you a goat.
Hell yeah. Goats, pangolins, same fucking thing, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Wait, where'd it go?
They're basically the
Where's
same
Mr.
creature.
Oh, there he is. I'm just gonna drop him here, Ronan, and you can
Okay.
assign where.
My son, my boy. Oh,
Wait, why?
Cool.
I would like to. Ah!
Do you, I got you. I'll put him a little
little fella.
yeah, I'll put him a guy in
I
there.
say little.
Okay,
large.
I dropped the little goat friend in there. I just don't know how to assign him to Ian.
It was briefly assigned to me and then disappeared.
Oh, I don't know where the goat went.
Right there. I see
Here.
him. Look at him. That's
Oh,
just like
gotcha.
looks just like backup.
Beautiful.
I got you.
So what you doing there, Ronan?
Okay. I just need a quick clarifying question. Are all the small lads with sticks? Those are the red caps?
Correct.
Okay. And then the animated armor looking motherfuckers, you said those are wraiths of some kind?
Correct.
Okay. I'm just trying to determine. I guess I can't really see all of them for some reason. This fellow to my left appears to be being menaced. Pretty badly. So I am gonna just dig into one of my pockets. I'm gonna pop one of my little spell slot canisters, and snap my fingers and flick that a piece of scrap at it as it's imbued with that magic, and I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on the guy down off to the left of the ramp.
Your left or
My left, yes.
Okay.
So to the that's the only one I can see. Where's the oh god. To the north of if you're on the compass rose. So
Okay.
towards the direction my character is pointing with the gun.
The wraith or the
I'm casting Sanctuary on the little dude
Oh yeah. Perfect.
so that they will hopefully survive.
Great.
So that is my bonus action. I can't have backup attack anything, but Jones, could you? Oh wait, can I change his size? I don't think
I
so.
don't think
Because
so.
we
What
make
size
him.
is he?
He's large.
He's large. There you
Ooh,
go. Big goat.
big
Let me see
goat.
if I can find a pangolin type creature.
Goat can move some feet, and so don't laugh. You leave him alone. He's a good pangolin. There he is, Steel Defender. 40 foot of movement. It is gonna have just gonna go charging off this way, towards enemies, and hopefully to be an attractive option as a target, compared to little defenseless citizens. And I'm gonna blast a little bit. I guess I'm just gonna kind of move up along here because we also have 30 feet of movement, so that'll be good. And I will start with that red cap that is down below.
Okay.
So make a couple of attacks. I'm gonna ramp up the big iron for the bonus damage.
Okay.
That is a 16 on the first attack. So,
Hits.
oh, hits. Fantastic. And the second attack is a dirty 20.
Hits.
So that. Do you need me to separate out damage types by any chance?
No.
Okay, 8, 11, 21 damage on the first shot,
Okay.
and 5, 6, 16 on the second.
So,
Just kind of whip out the big iron, like kind of do a quick flip of the switch as it kind of begins to whir and pulse with that additional thunder damage as 2 just shots of back to back.
awesome.
Hell yeah.
You kill him.
Fantastic. And you said that the one clearly commanding these creatures is the crossbow wielding, eye patch wearing individual.
Yes, and you also see a tall, red-haired, Fae-looking individual.
Gotcha. And I guess just to end my turn, I'm just gonna call out to to all around. Everyone get to safety. If you can't get somewhere safe, get behind the giant fucking pangolin. And just fire off the revolver.
Awesome. So that all you're
That's
doing there?
bonus action, all but 5 feet of my movement, and so that's good. Action, and I yelled something, so I'm feeling good. And there's currently like a almost pulsing little field like that piece of scrap stuck to the person I flicked it at, and has kind of a pulsing field around it.
Okay.
For the sanctuary.
Hannah is going to look around. Nicodemus, you can like see this. She is going to move here, and then she is going to do a thing.
I've done a thing before.
Sorry.
I've never done a thing in my life.
Oh, we know.
Jesus.
You said it. I'm just being a supportive friend.
Okay.
I know one thing.
I hope
Actually,
you
she's
fail
gonna-
your next wisdom save.
Just stay here. She's gonna use her channel divinity and do a turn the unholy. And so this guy and this guy. Oh, man. So, these guys just go away. And that is her turn. She shouts up to you, Nicodemus, and goes, "Protect the innocents!" And that's
Yes, Mom.
her turn. Next is a bunch of things move this way. Basically, all of the so I was wrong. The things that are wraith-looking things with like the armor, the like empty armor, those are Ashwalkers, and so those are like, just imagine all of those start moving towards the lighthouse. So they are moving towards the lighthouse, and they all look like they have a mission. Let's do.
That's where all the homies are at. They're just gonna let those guys go.
Yeah.
They just pull up in the mess hall and a bunch of dudes just go and pull out guns and weapons and started blasting.
So, friends, high or low?
Hi.
Hi.
Always high.
No blasphemy in here.
No blaspheme in my church.
It's high church.
Correct.
We have an emote
Okay.
for it.
I know we do. Next is in the initiative is Mira. I know that you can't see where you're at, but currently you are next to some trees. You can see a bunch of the red caps. You are, let's see. You are 55 feet from the person who looks like they're giving instructions.
55 feet. Okay.
Then there's also also within that 55 feet is an actual wraith, and then the other is a you can't really tell what it is because you don't know what it is, but
So the closest thing to me is a wraith and this other unknown creature.
no, the closest thing to you is the wraith. The other one is the person giving commands.
Okay. Are they like, is there like one in front of me, one on either side, or are they all like in front of me?
The red caps are spread out all around. Same with all of these ash walkers. They're all sort of just spread out, causing mayhem.
Got it.
The only things that look like they are doing directed things are those three.
Got it. Okay. So are the civilians still there at the...
People are screaming and running.
Okay, yes. I am going to point in the opposite direction of where all the things are coming from and like yell at people to go that way, away from the murder gnomes.
Yep.
Let's see. I think I can shove someone as a bonus action if need be, but I don't think that will be necessary because they're all running and screaming, so that's good.
Yep.
I think this might be a good time to cast a wall of stone between me and all of the creatures, because I'm assuming they are far enough away that I can do that, and if need be, if we are surrounded, I could do a 3-sided wall with the trees at my back.
Okay. Yeah, you can certainly do that. Are you trying to... Is this an effort to protect the sits, or are you trying to sorry, one more time to tell me what you're doing.
Yes. So I am telling the people to run in the opposite direction of where the monsters are. The monsters are in front of me. I want them to get behind me, and I'm putting a wall in front of all of us. And if it needs to be 3-sided, so be it.
Yeah, you can.
So they have the woods at their back. They can hide in there. They can go home. Ideally, go home. And then we have a wall to at least hold them off.
Yeah. Yes, you did that. That works. Okay. Kevin.
Oh. Okay, hang on. It was like missing community content, but I'm back. All right.
What you doing, Kevin? It's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I thought I was waiting on you to tell me something. There's who is this person in here? See, there's one person, but it looks like a regular person.
If you want to just be outside because you heard screaming, you are welcome to have moved outside prior to combat starting.
Okay, yeah, we will have done that. Oh, alrighty. Now I see people. Awesome. A lot of them, actually.
Pardon me as I move all of these creatures towards the lighthouse. What you doing?
So, of the people that I see are do I see any of them? Like, can I tell if any of them are the instruction giver or the?
Yeah, you see clumped right here actually.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
Are sort of the ones that seem
and
like they're more in command of themselves.
okay, are these are there civilians with them or just these three? Or
No, there's no civilians next to them.
oh, okay, awesome. I cast Fireball.
Yeah. I was waiting on the words.
Ah!
Fireball at 5th level. So
Amazing. Do they have to do anything with that?
yeah, they do. They can roll a dex save.
Okay.
They can fail if they want.
I don't think they will. What's the save?
It's a dex save of 17.
17.
Pretty little orb. Kaboom. Dang old kaboom, man.
Dang, oh, kaboom, man.
Dang old kaboom. Fire in the hole, man.
Okay.
Don't forget your additional just free
did
plus
they?
5 to your damage.
Oh yeah.
So two of them fail. The one who's like giving the full instructions saved.
Okay, so the one who is given the full instructions still takes an 8d6.
Okay.
So that's going to be 12.
They should just take half of the damage you roll on the fireball. On a success.
Well, it says a target takes 8d6 on a
Right.
failed save.
On a failed save, but so failed saves, and
Okay.
you cast it at 5th level, right?
Yes.
So it's 10d6 because it's a d6 for each additional upcast. Each level beyond 3rd.
Oh. Okay.
So your total damage should be 10d6 plus your intelligence modifier. So 10d6
Okay.
plus 5.
Okay.
Big
Oh.
kaboom.
Better.
Bang,
Okay,
bang.
so all right,
Bang,
so
bang, bang.
12 and 15 is 27, and 8 is 35. 38, 40. You said plus my intelligence,
Mhm.
so 45. So 45 for the people who
45 on a fail.
who failed.
Okay.
And then the math 22 for the person
Hell yeah.
who's succeeded.
That still stings.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so I don't have any bonus action spells. So I'm gonna nimbly hide from a bonus action.
Yeah.
So I'll just duck back inside the door, I guess.
Sounds good.
Okay. And then that's my turn.
Beautiful. The red caps go next. They're all moving towards the lighthouse. And then the last initiative are all the civilians. They all are running away. That brings us back up at the top of the initiative, but that also brings us to the end of tonight's stream, y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining us tonight. We'll see how our heroes deal with all of this. So, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, follow us. We're on all the social medias. It's all fun and good. We have a good time. So do all those things. In the chat is going to be a link for Extra Life. Please donate, open your heart wallets, help a kid, save a kid. And we are going to be rating the dungeon run. So that they're a great TTRPG content creator group, and we love to support fellow game people. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Night, everyone. Bye.
Bye 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 bye.
Yeah.
Oh!